Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jamie Medina from the DarkPod24 podcast. Hey, this episode today is going to be about the direct line to the VA, VA Direct, which is 1-800-827-1000. Let me say that again, direct line to the VA, meaning you'll actually talk to a human being. 1-800-827-1000. Now, what do I mean by that, a direct line to the VA? Well, one, you get to talk to a human being. And I've called quite a few times, probably hundreds of times, to be honest with you. And every time I waited no longer than 5 minutes, 5 minutes to talk to an actual human. Now, you could do many things once you call this number, the 1-800 number. You could do a intent to file, which is an intent meaning to file for a claim if you had gotten hurt during your military service or dealing with some things. Right now, the big deal is the PACT Act, right? A lot of the burn pits and stuff like that guys have been exposed to. As you can see, I've had some exposure to that myself. So what it is, when you talk to the person on there, they're going to ask you your name, right, your rank, your service. They're going to want to know your social security number, stuff, social security, date of birth, stuff like that. Let them know that, hey, at this moment, I want to file. I have an intent to file. And the form for that is a VA form 210966. Now, after they fill this out for you and everything, you could do a digital sign and they'll send it to you. They can send it to you by email. So, okay, an intent to file. Now, like say you did it today. Today is what? December 13th. That means if I were to do an intent to file today, it's good for 1 year, meaning this year is going to be for gathering information, right? Gathering information to support that claim, meaning medical records, any type of other records, statements, stuff like that, right? This gives you the service member an opportunity to get his stuff together to back up that claim, right? A claim for either a pension and or compensation, right? So, okay, there's another form that goes with that as well. The other VA form is the form 2122. What that is a 2122 is basically a power of attorney. It gives the VA the opportunity to do some research on your behalf. Now, I know a lot of people have a lot of bad experience with the VA. I don't. The VA saved my life. With the programs I went through, the paperwork that I had to submit, they did everything for me. I got lucky. Many of you won't, right? Okay, now let's say you don't have your documents. You don't have your DD-214. You don't have your medical records from when you served to back up your claim. That's okay. No big deal. All you got to do is go to archives.gov. And there's a little section on there that says military records, personnel, whatever. You click on it, right? You could say, hey, requesting DD-214. Hey, requesting medical records. I personally, there's a whole bunch of, maybe about, not a whole bunch, I'd say probably 10 different items you can select for what you want to get from the military and from your time in service. Man, I say select it all. Just select it all and hit submit. You'll have to fill out, it's a very small application, just your biographical information, your name, your social, your date of birth, stuff like that. And then hit submit, dude. Probably takes about anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks, but you will get, like I got, a huge packet of information. Everything that ever happened to me, whether I had the flu, to breaking my leg, to whatever, right? So everything was in that file. And you have a physical copy of it, which is good. I think every veteran should do that, right? So, okay, you call the number so far, right? You submitted an intent to file, which locked in this date. Now, that's significant, okay, because as you're going through the process of trying to file a claim, right, so it goes back to that day, right, which is December 13th. So they go back to December 13th as, hey, that's the day that he filed. So if it takes 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 months to get your claim submitted, guess what? Retroactive pay. Let's say they find you 50% disabled due to what injuries, etc. you sustained while in your military service. Well, they backdate that all the way back to, like say, for example, I used today, December 13th to December 13th. And you'll get a pretty substantial check with back pay, man, retroactive, which is good. I mean, who couldn't use a couple grand retroactive pay? So, 2122, right, the power of attorney. The other VA form, 210966, which is your intent to file, very important. And you could do all of that on the phone with an actual human being from calling 1-800-827-1000. A couple other things you could do. You can check the status of your claim. You can check it every day if you want to. If you have one pending in the system, you can change your bank account information. But if you do that, be sure to have your DD-214 in front of you, and you better know whether or not you're receiving a compensation, right, for an injury sustained, and or if you're getting a pension. They do pensions as well, and I'll go over that in another episode. One thing, though, I want to make a point at, and I had some, when I was doing claims for veterans, I had some issues trying to receive or trying to obtain records from a lot of the Vietnam guys because there was a big fire in Missouri at the National Personnel Record Center and it destroyed a lot of records. Like if you served between 1960 and I believe 1964, I want to say 1964, chances are, man, your records may have gotten burnt up, which is shitty, right? But it's government, what are you going to do, right? Okay, so if you're in a situation to where you didn't get, you can't get your records or whatever, but say, hey, you had a couple guys you served with, say, I'll use another hypothetical example, you were training and you broke your back. Oh, shoot, but Ortega and Smith and the other guys that were with you at the time that you broke your back can actually fill out a statement. That's going to be another form. It's going to be VA Form 21-4138, Statement in Support of Your Claim. Now, hopefully you're still in contact with people. Depends on when you served, right? But social media, Facebook, etc. Everybody can find everybody these days. So that's the other thing that you want to do. You want to make sure that you get the VA Form 21-4138, Statement of the Claim, right? So once again, man, to recap, we went over the 1-800 number, VA Direct. You will talk to a human. They will work with you on the phone and fill out these forms for you and submit them on your behalf, right? Your intent to file, which locks in that exact date for the whole year that it may take you. Hopefully not, but right. So locks that in for you to kick in the retroactive pay for you in the event your claim gets approved, right? Then we went over let's see, intent to file 210966 and the 2122, which is the power of attorney. Power of attorney is for, like I said, the VA can not make decisions on your behalf, but can go out and search out information on your behalf. So you don't have to do all the work. The VA has a legal obligation to do things on your behalf, man. So it's a good thing to get those forms, know what they are, get them filled out, and like I said, you can actually. When you talk to that human being, they can do all this stuff for you over the phone, man, which is awesome, right? So let's see here. Yeah, the VA's direct line, 1-800-827-1000. Although the process, it could be lengthy, right? And I anticipate this is going to take some time, right, to gather information and do the interviews. And then once they deem that, hey, perhaps you can get a you qualify for a claim, and then that's extra money. It's extra money for you, every month to help out, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. And then if you qualify for the retro because you submitted your intent to file, dude, good to go, man. So anyways, guys, VA direct line 1-800-827-1000. Thanks, man. This is Jamie from the Dark Pod 24 signing out.